Welcome to Narrowboat James Bill. Hope you're well, thanks for joining me. The guy in front has got his generator going, does it kind of quite a lot. And well, I don't really want to be around that noise. He runs it for probably 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, I could do without that. So I've got to move the boat basically, and as you can see, my canopy is not quite in the right position for it. Basically, it's all fallen apart. But it's still, the integrity of the canopy and what it needs to do is still valid, so that works at least. So I'm going to peel back the black bit, the top bit, and hopefully I'll peel it back enough that I've got room to stand. It's not going to be particularly comfortable, but I don't need to go very far. I'm only going through one lock down to the next pound. I think there's going to be some moorings there near Rob, but yeah, that'll be the plan. Let's get cracking away from this noise. Just quickly making use of the bin facilities here at Cowroast before I depart on my mini cruise down to Dudswell, and it gives me just enough time to say that at the end of this video I will give you some information which may lead to His Majesty's government giving you £500 towards your off-grid energy bills. Right, visibility is quite restricted. Well, I can see behind me if I look over there, so that's alright. I've moved this out of the way slightly so I don't bash my head 100 times. One of the other reasons I was quite keen to move from here, even though there's a lot of services here which are pretty good. The BMW showroom's right there, and they start work at an ungodly hour, like 8 AM. But also there's loads of trees on the offside, and the pound beneath me, which we call donkeys. It's not called that, it's just that there's donkeys on the port side. But there's no trees on that side there, so I'm going to get so much more solar. And those eco flows kind of could take quite a lot of solar, so yeah, the more I have, the better it is. Hello, mate. Cruising along. No rush here, so I'm preserving my gearbox by slowing down naturally. Get ready for the lock. Into neutral. Calmly hop off with the centre line and push the bow out. And then walk it like a hesitant dog to the landing bollard at the lock. Tie her up a few times at the landing bollard. Take a moment to enjoy the view. First, pull up the ground paddle. And then pull up the gate paddle. And then enjoy the view. I sometimes do the paddles on the other side to speed things up. Push the gate open. Open the lower paddles and enjoy the view. Finish enjoying the view, open the gate and remember camera. Okay, I can see Serafina there. Rob said he moored badly, so there was a space for me, but I think someone's nicked it, which will serve us right. We call this donkeys because, look, you can't really see it very well, a couple of donkeys there. There's signs everywhere saying please do not feed them. Yeah, there's no way of me squeezing in there next to Rob. There she is in all her splendour and glory. With an update on Rob's batteries for you. He has bought a new starboard alternator and he's fitted that, so I think he's now solved his problem and is on his way back to full charge. Yeah, I'm hoping I can squeeze in between that wide beam and that blue narrowboat. Not much room to play with here. Right, kill the revs. Get the angle right, into neutral. Oh, that is tight. That is tight. Oh yes, this is tight. What I reckon, I'll squeeze in here. Nice and slow, that's the name of the game. Basically, as slow as you can. But look at all this for solar. Happy days. Right. Okay, boat's in neutral. Get a bit of centerline action going on. It's a bit slippery around here, so I've basically got to jump and stop the boat before it crashes into that one there. That's the plan. And jumping on there without landing in that hole there. Right, this is it. Whoa, yes. Stop. Whoa, boy. Oh yes. Oh yes. And we're on nappy pins. Happy days. It's nice to get a bit of a change of scenery down here in Dudswell from Cow Roast, so all of a mile of it. But yeah, Dudswell's lovely, nice little village. I think the village centre is the lady who sells hen's eggs, so it's not much by way of amenities here, but yeah, it's decent. A few car parking spots, so yeah, it's lovely. Actually, funny, I met the guy when I was walking back to the car, who I mentioned at the beginning of this video about his generator. He goes, "I thought you moved off because of my generator." I said, "Oh, kind of did," but yeah, he was cool. So I did mention at the beginning of this video that there is 500 quid up for grabs. So, and I don't have any credit for this at all. So there's a guy on London Boaters Facebook page called Paul, and he has spoken to the government department responsible for the energy grants for this winter. You'll have heard that in the UK, every household is eligible for £400 towards their energy bills. And he has confirmed that he's spoken to the government department, and people who live off-grid and continuous cruisers are also eligible. We're also eligible for another £100 to make it 500 quid, and that is the alternative fuel payment, which is for off-gridders and yeah, people who live on narrowboats and continuous cruisers. So there's 500 quid up for grabs in total, and to qualify for it, you need two things. Firstly, you need a recent receipt for over £100 for fuel. That can be any fuel, whether that be diesel, gas, LPG, coal, wood, electric, whether you buy tokens or whether it's a plug-in, and you know, on Shoreline or wherever it is. You can, as long as it's over £100 and as long as it's within the last 6 months, then you can do it. So I don't think this has been finalised yet. This is still kind of in its draft stage, but he has it on good authority that it's coming through pretty quickly. So if you can, if you haven't got a recent receipt, then make sure you track down your fuel supplier. That's exactly what I've done. Mine's come in the next 2 days. So for me, if I got another 13 kilograms of LPG and 3 bags of coal, 110 quid, bam, I'm in. So yeah, just make sure you get your receipt. The other thing you need is a correspondence address, and that's pretty simple for most. For other people, not so straightforward. But as long as your address that you give them matches the address on your bank or building society, because that's how you receive the grant, it is a BACS transfer. So as long as they match, then you will also be eligible. So that is the way to do that. I'm sure there's other ways of proving your ID through passport or that driving license and NI number and stuff. But basically, as long as those addresses match, then you're home and dry. So as I said, in the description of this video is the link to the Facebook page where all the information is. I think it's been pinned to the London Boaters page. So make sure you check that out for the current information and for any updates, although I will do it on this channel as soon as the government do announce any update on this. You'll be the first to know. Well, maybe not the first, but you know. I'm going to continue to apply some Bethnal Green to this oak wedge that I made. This is for the water heater. Basically, loads of people commented there's a bit of end grain there, or loads of end grain. So the best way to protect it is using Gloss Craftsmaster. That's what I'm doing. So maybe 4 or 5 coats on there. So that'll keep me busy during these wet nights. Hope you guys are well and dry. Take care. Bye bye.